Today is August 1st, 2026, and I have already started my walk. Today, I thought of a verse. It really came to me on yesterday, and but it came after the walk. And the verse was Psalms 24:1. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, the world and they who dwell therein. Everything, all of this beauty, it belongs to God. And what can that mean? Okay, we as men and all the creatures of the earth, we're so territorial. We think that it's ours. It's my house. It's my yard. It's my city. My block. It's mine. And God says, no, it's mine. And we tend to rearrange, change, and really just ruin what doesn't even belong to us. But the greatest thing of all is because this doesn't belong to us means we can cause damage, but we can never, ever destroy. It went on to say, the world and they who dwell within. They who dwell within. That means we belong to the Lord. People can attempt to hurt, to damage us, but there's a thing deeper than us. There's a thing called a soul. And man can damage your body. He can damage your mind. He can damage your spirit. But he can't touch your soul because it belongs to God. Even when we die, we turn back to the dust of the earth and it belongs to God. It's His, it's the Lord's. So this morning, I have my camera trying to direct it at things like the sky, the trees, as I'm talking about it. The earth is the Lord's, okay? All of this belongs to God. Look at these trees. Some of these trees have been here before a lot of people were born and will be here a long time after they die because they belong to God. We can destroy the trees. We can destroy all of nature, all these things of nature, but they're all gonna grow back. These bushes, everything may die, but at the end of the day, if left alone, they're just gonna grow back. You can cut down those trees, you can clear out fields, but thousands of years after we have passed, they'll all grow back because they don't belong to us. They belong to the Lord. And so we can damage, but we can never, ever destroy. You can damage me. The things of this life can be awfully damaging to me, but they can't destroy the soul. The soul is the being that's within this body. It can't be touched. When people say, hey, touch my soul, so okay, perhaps. But it really can't touch it to this point of destroying it, harming it. It can interfere. Cannot destroy. And I'm so thankful he didn't have to include himself in there, but because we already know he cannot be destroyed. And he said, wherever you are, I am. He said, we could be in the depth of hell. That's where our soul, he'll be there too. He is everywhere because everywhere belongs to him. His presence is everywhere. People don't realize that, and they put in things like, oh, you know, you go to hell and, you know, that's it, but God is still there. Now, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go to hell to finally appreciate the presence of God, because if you go to hell, that's the only relief you're going to get, just knowing God. His presence is there too, because you can't get rid of him. I don't care how hot it is. You can't get rid of him. He's going to be there. You know, I don't care how difficult the situation is. I don't care how dangerous the situation is. I don't care how hopeless the situation is. The fire. He'll walk right through it. And he'll walk you through the fire. At the end of the day, the only thing that'll get destroyed is this earthly body. But the soul, it will be conquered. The soul will conquer. At the end of everything, the soul will survive because it belongs to the Lord. Nothing can take what belongs to God away from God. Nothing. And I look at this. This is wild and natural. If God took every man, every living creature from earth, this will grow wild and it's going to grow naturally. So every time you get up and walk around, pay attention. Pay attention. See the beauty. Pay attention and say, this all belongs to God. Every single thing, every situation in your life, it's God's situation. Every last one of them. So today, at this moment, as I'm recording this, I've only been walking for like 12 minutes. Today it seems like it's going slow, but that's okay. It's God's time. Even time belongs to God. And I look at the mountains. I don't know how well with my phone that I can aim and see the mountain. That's all His. Painted so beautiful. People talk about the scar on the mountain where there was a fire and how could we live here and look at those scars and be okay. But those scars ain't gonna stay there over time, not in our time. All that was burned down will come up and recreate itself. Are y'all even aware body parts grow back? I had a conversation with my mom and she was talking about the liver and how the liver grows itself back. There's parts of our bodies, it'll just grow back and heal if you leave it alone. I have this eye situation, and in my head, in my belief, I believe it all can be healed. I truly believe it. I have not stopped, but it's God's choice whether it is. If it doesn't heal because He said no, simply, like we tell our kids, we tell our bosses or whoever, no, I can, but no. It's just not my will. You belong to me. I decide. But thank you for believing and thank you for having faith. I do know sight ain't normal, but it's way better than it was. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take this over not at all. I'll take it. There was a time that I think even last year, the only thing I could do is walk the block. Or it could have been 24 months after I got out of the hospital. But yeah, months out. This summer is the furthest I've ever walked and the most I've ever walked. And I just hit a dead end way, street. So I gotta know that this street comes to a dead end, but you just make a right and you keep moving. And I'm trying to focus on the trees. Look at that. That tree says, you know, you may have chopped me down, but I'm gonna sprout back again, and again, and again. When all y'all clear this earth, I'm gonna keep popping up. I don't care if there's a fence there, and eventually, they're not gonna care if there's a house there. Have you ever traveled in a neighborhood they call it a ghost town, and there are homes that are they're caving in, but the trees are like, I would say, they're busting right on through because they don't care. Trees don't care. They'll bust right through. It doesn't matter what's in its way. The tree's gonna just go back and live. Because why? They're the Lord's. You can damage, but you never can destroy. I am the Lord's. You can damage me, but you can't destroy me. So I came at a place where I have to walk down this steep sidewalk. Quicker going down than coming up. Coming up is a chore. However, kind of puts to mind the next time I come walking to actually walk further and get to the end of, no, I'm thinking, look at the mountains, y'all. As I say, God's beauty that cannot be damaged. From this view, how beautiful that is. I hope y'all are seeing how beautiful that is. That is so beautiful. I mean, I tend to have the camera where I can see me, I can control it better. But look ahead of me. I don't know if y'all can see ahead of me. Look how beautiful that is. Look how beautiful. At one point in time, there was nothing on it. It was clear and open and beautiful. Look at this, beautiful. It says, I don't care where you're planted, I'm gonna bloom. I belong to God. You can destroy me. You cannot destroy me. You can damage me, but you can't destroy me. Back to I'm walking straight downhill. And so I have to take my time. It is easier to go downhill than it is to creep up. I don't think in the winter, fall maybe, it's gonna be breezy, but in the winter, I don't know if it's a good idea for me to come this way and walk downhill. It depends on the conditions, like if there's snow or something. I don't think that's a great idea. And however, I'm gonna enjoy my time that I have right now. So I know to y'all, it's like things are going fast because it isn't, because I paused. And I'm not walking fast and doing speed walking because I can't. but I'm moving. And it was just another morning I got up and I didn't want to move. I wanted to call the day off and just stay in the bed and just sleep in. But I said it'll get too comfortable. I'll get too comfortable doing that. And then next thing I know, it's another day and it's another day. And it's already like on Monday, I have to, well, I can still walk Monday if I want to. But I'm just noticing that. Look at that pretty gray. Yay. Yay. So anyway, so I was just going to stay in. But you know what? The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. And they who dwell in, I got to get up and I got to discover this earth. Staying in the house doesn't give me the bright sunshine. It doesn't give me beauty. Staying in the house and just staying under the covers does not give me the joy and the beauty of the world and they that dwell in. Early I get up, the longer my day. Working on this bead banner. Now, I mentioned this in another video. I don't know if I ever posted it, but years ago, I learned how to bead weave. And the one I know is the peyote stitch. And so, if y'all know me, I'm gonna pause for a moment. I love the little toy skeletons. What another remarkable example of I don't like the skull, but I like the whole skeletal body of just something being destroyed. I mean, something being damaged, but not being destroyed. And even after people are buried, the bones are still there. You didn't destroy it. It's in up time they put those bones in the incinerator, and the incinerator still has bits and bones in it because it refused to be destroyed. But that's not why I like skeletons. It has nothing to do with this. I like the way they have them happy skeleton posing and dancing. And they're like me, I like dolls. So there's kind of like, and you can dress them up and you can put clothing on them. Not the real ones. Yo, that's weird. And they're cute, decorative. I'm gonna have to cross the street because there's somebody walking ahead of me with a big, gigantic dog. And this one was kind of scary to cross because this was a curve and it was hidden. And if a car wanted to come around that curve, it may not have seen me. So there's a lot of things I gotta look out for when I walk. But anyway, so let's just get back to skeleton. So I found this really good skeleton pattern for the door. If I ever get, if I ever get it finished, you'll get it. So normally, back in the day when I was making these banners, I pretty much just could read the pattern. I could actually do it and whip it up within a day. So, this is the first time since everything went down I tried to do a beaded pattern. I've been trying for so long, all the way from getting the pattern to work out. So what happened was, I found the pattern, and the man must have turned the corner. I found the pattern. I'm gonna cross the street. But it wasn't for sale. It was just like Pinterest thing, and it kept showing it. So I, screenshotted it and AI'd it and everything to get rid of things so I finally got a decent pattern. Changed the background colors of the beads so I could see them clearly. Easy peasy. Well, it's an odds count. And there's something different you have to do if it's odd. So there's 13 rows. 13 columns. It's different. So I'm thinking, well, how did I do this before? Because I went back and discovered that the parrot that I made, it was 13 columns. And I did them wrong. I just noticed the whole bird at the end is wrong. But hey, if I hadn't known that, nobody else would have known. I wouldn't have known. The dog went that way. I'm crossing this street. I came back from here to back over here, and then the man and his dog had already turned this corner, and so that's good. Came back over here. So anyway, so me trying to be the perfectionist, want to do it right, but that has nothing to do with it. So I learned how to make it. My skelly is an uneven row. It's an odd row, and you have to learn a whole bunch of stitching. It's hard to explain. You got to be a beater. So I figured it all out. Got the pattern right. It's all good. It's like day 4 or 5. It's not working out. And it's so simple. It said that was 30 minutes how to happen, but it has not worked out. I pulled it out so many times, and I don't know. The pattern is something with me. I don't know. That's not catching the flow of the pattern. So I'm gonna attempt again today. I should have been finished with this pattern and rolled it up with my Halloween stuff, because I got all these. I put all the skeleton stuff away, and kind of only thing I decorate with, and I put costumes on them. And so I put it away. I want to say maybe something says I shouldn't be making it, or maybe something says, how long you gonna keep fighting? Are you gonna give up? Because it's a, how do you say it? Triumph if I finish it. It's something I overcame. Like, for split pace. My watch is talking to me because it scares me every time. But anyway, like, I tried to crochet in the hospital. I couldn't see. And so when I got home, which was a month after I got out, and I settled down at home, I picked up the crochet needles to try to crochet. And one of the things I tried to crochet were the hanging plants. And I had to keep trying and pulling out, starting all over again, and I successfully finished a plant. Never thought I could do it, and I did. So with this beaded skelly thing, I don't know how long I'm gonna keep trying, or when to know how to throw in the towel. So right now, I don't even have any desire. It's just getting on my nerves. So we'll see. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can't wait when it's done and I hang it on the door. And it's gonna be ignored like everything else I do. It gives me a supernatural high, and then I ain't into it anymore. But it's the challenge of the task. That's what it's all about. I'm gonna show this view from here. Look at the trees, don't mind the roads. Look at the trees ahead. Majesty. It's about to have a yard sale. This is my favorite time of the year. Hi, good morning. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna hope to get home this morning. I had a back off for a few days, but to continue to pull out and clean out the garage. Found so many pictures. This one picture, it's a family picture, and I don't even remember taking that picture. I think back now, I think, well, maybe. Well, anyway, and it was just destroyed. It was destroyed. Not destroyed. I keep getting the words mixed up. It was damaged. It wasn't quite destroyed. Took a picture, scanned it, picture, and sent it off to AI to restore. Sometimes, you know, somebody got to take a picture of us, send it to God, and tell him to restore. Because, and I keep saying, the earth is the Lord, and they, that means us, they, people, animals, trees, anything that dwells in. He said, and they who dwell within. And I have to keep saying that because that's so like music to my ear. The first time I heard this verse, can't remember what the song was, but Esther Rowe came on at the end, and she quoted Psalms 23, the Lord is my shepherd, and then she went on to 24:1, and it was in the 70s. I was in high school. My dad then would have the 8-track tape in the car, and we'd be on the way to St. John in Mangum, Oklahoma, and that tape would play over and over again, and sometimes he'd put Shirley Caesar in. But I remember that particular song with her coming at the end and loving Psalms 24:1. I love Psalms 23, but 24:1, I really actually love it. So here, I told you, if you go up a hill, you got to go down a hill. So anytime I head toward home, it's usually down a hill because I leave up to go away from it. Look at the trees, y'all. Look at the trees. I'm not paying attention to the houses. Look at the trees. Look ahead of me. It's all his. Look at me. All his. So the walk has ended. Back on my little throne here. My cough has been so bad for the past couple of days. It's been so bad that my whole chest hurts. My throat, it's more my chest hurting. And I don't know if I've ruptured something because it feels like, at one point I thought it had blood, it tastes of blood, but I was too tired, and so I couldn't check it out. But I can't seem to clear my throat. I tried the Vicks rub method of rubbing my feet and with, excuse me, with Vicks and chest and everything, and then, you know, wrapping up in a blanket. Try that in the summer. It works in the winter. Try wrapping yourself up like a hot dog in the summer, and see how long that lasts. I was kicking those covers off. That body heat got to me. I was kicking that summer off. I felt like it was baking me. It was very dangerous. I felt very unhealthy. Kicked that off. I think I might have done that for excuse me, for like 30 minutes. And I said, oh no, you know, I'm killing myself. But I'm done with the walk. It says 46, but it was counting the time after I got home and walked around a little bit. So I would say it was close to 40 minutes, and I moved for 1.34 miles. My goal, 30 minutes, 1 mile. Killing it right now. So I hope you enjoyed the thought for today. I don't want to always have a thought for today. All of it won't be scripture. A lot of it can be from the headspace of Melba Hall. Yeah. And I have to be careful what's in that headspace, because you never know what comes out of that. It's open space for anything to enter. And you got to pray to God that what is not good does not enter. However, so I won't be able to tape later, but my granddaughter, today's the official day that she gets on a flight, and she flies to Miami, Florida. And she's training as a RA right now, so she had to speed things up and report to her school earlier than she was supposed to. She was going to report to school to about the 21st of August, so she's 20 days early heading up to Miami. And so I would love to have some really good updates, not telling her business, but to say, oh, she's there and, you know, everything's good or whatever. Just that kind of thing, you know. Don't want to put her business out there. But I'm excited that she's starting another chapter in her life. A grown 21-year-old. I love it. And North Carolina A&T was a really good experience. I know it was for her. And loved it. And it just pushes me to encourage parents to send their kids to HBCUs, at least for a semester. But anyway, so I digressed. So I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I hope you enjoy my Bible verse and my perception of it from my perspective. And see y'all when I see y'all. I just want to let y'all know that I don't necessarily record every day. I walk, like there's like the last few days, I think a couple of days, I walked, but I did not record, or I recorded, I didn't like the recording, so I didn't post it. Like yesterday, I did record, but I haven't posted it yet. So by the time you see this one, that one should be posted. But y'all have a good one. Bye.